Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to June 12th, 2023, and another episode of 10 Minutes with Paul Short. So glad you're here. Hope you had a delightful weekend with friends and family. Today, I want to talk to you about rest. Recently, I had two stories that I want to share with you. One, last week, I had another professional reach out to me and ask me, what is one overwhelming, repeated theme that you see in your clients when you're training and when you're coaching? And then just today, my 17-year-old daughter and I had lunch, and she inquired about rest. So, one of the things that I see over and over with my clients in my trainings, with group coaching and individual coaching, is this idea of rest. So, let's talk about rest today. What is rest? Rest is not a pillow, and rest is not a recliner, and rest is not necessarily a horizontal position with your eyes closed, right? For me, rest is all about posture. Rest is about this idea of encountering a posture, right? Rest is a posture. So let's talk about that, right? Before we go any further, right? How do you rest? Right? How do you rest? And before we do that, right, there's three keys of rest I want to talk about. Right? Number one key is rest is replenishable and rest is sustainable, right? Authentic rest is sustainable and replenishable, right? And so we need to understand that authentic rest should be replenishable. It should replenish when we are deflated, when we are defeated, when we are low on energy, right? Restfulness should be able to refuel our vision in life, our mission in life. So, key number one is that rest should be, or is designed to be, replenishable and sustainable. I had a recent client tell me that her kids are her rest, right? Being able to play and read to her kids. And for me, I had to ask her, hey, is that replenishable and is that sustainable, right? And after having a dialogue with her over several minutes, right, there was an epiphany, right? That is not always sustainable and that's always not replenishable. So key number one is rest should be replenishable and sustainable. Key number two is rest is designed to be unconditional, right? And there's three aspects that I want to unpack for that, right? So let's talk about conditional rest. Authentic rest should be unconditional, right? And many of us, right, process, or many of us execute what I call conditional rest, right? When I finish my job, I will rest, right? Or when I finish a project, I will rest. Or when I finish my errands, I will rest. Or, quite frankly, many of us say this, when I finish my day, I will rest, right? For me, that's all conditional rest. Authentic rest is designed to be unconditional, right? So I just wrote down three insights about unconditional rest, right? Rest, authentic rest, should be available to you in all moments. Authentic rest should be available and accessible in all moments. Right? Unconditional rest also is not a position, it's a posture. Very important, right? I will rest when I'm in my recliner, is conditional rest. I will rest when I go to bed tonight. That's conditional rest. I will rest when I put have my eyes closed or turn my devices off, right? That's conditional rest. And I believe humans are designed for unconditional rest, right? And that's a posture and not a position. Let's consider that. And then, of course, Another insight to unconditional rest is unconditional rest gives you an invitation to access points. What are the access points in your journey? Right? Where can you access rest throughout your day in all moments? Right? Because authentic rest is unconditional, and it gives you an invitation to access an access point in your journey, right? Because authentic rest is available in all moments. And of course, key number 3, so key number 1 is rest is designed to be sustainable and replenishable. Key number 2 is rest is designed to be unconditional. Key number 3 is this idea of what I call D and O, discovery and ownership. Discovery and ownership. In every season, there needs to be a phase of discovery, right? What is going to bring me rest in this season? Because every season is layered with new pressure, right? New pivots, new rhythms, new relationships, right? And so in this new season, what is going to replenish me? What is going to, right, once again, sustain me, right? And so that invites you to a season of discovery, right? Because the rest that you had 6 months ago, 6 years ago, is not going to sustain you, is not going to replenish you, right? And so what we need to do is give ourselves permission as humans to discover authentic rest, right? And so I invite you to discover authentic rest for you, right? And then once we discover, of course, that involves what? Risk. That involves what? Process. Whoa, risk and process, right? So discovery could take weeks, months, and years, right? To discover authentic rest. But it's this idea of discovering what brings you authentic rest in this season, right? It's an ongoing discovery. It's an ongoing, right, ownership. And once you discover rest for yourself, then of course you need to take ownership of that rest, because it's full of replenishing, right? It's full of sustainability. Yeah, right? Awesome. So it's this ongoing, right, journey of discovery and ownership, right? And of course, what is restful for me is not necessarily restful for you, right? It's an ongoing discovery, a posture, right? So I go back to my original question. What is restful for you, right? How do you rest? Right? How do you cultivate a culture of rest in your journey? So important, right? That we, in 2023, pursue rest, right? All of us should be pursuing restfulness. All of us should give ourselves permission to discover what is restful for us. So good. Hey everybody, this is another 10 minutes with Paul Short. Message me with your questions. I invite you to, if you're interested in diving into this idea of rest, authentic rest, unconditional rest, right? Go on my website, face2facespace.com. You can subscribe to my Facebook, my Instagram. I would love to be a resource for you. This is 10 Minutes with Paul Short. It's a delight to be here with you. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.